everybody, and welcome back to Is It Kino, your favorite movie review podcast. I am Simian Jimmy, joined as always by, he never misses a single episode of Is It Kino, the one and only, an international man with an international plan, a sexy accent unlike any other. Oh man, who could it be? Who are we gonna introduce? Oh my god, we're all on the edge of our seats to find the Weekend Warrior!
Hello.
That's right, that was all for you.
Yeah, I'm kind of flattered, man. Like, I really want to live up to your expectations.
Well, I don't know. In a sexy foreign accent contest, who would win between Weekend Warrior and our other host, Florian himself?
Wow.
Oh.
Well, how often do you get told that you've got a sexy accent?
Well, you know, I have a Midwestern accent. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, mine is nobody finds this sexy. This is like the worst voice you could probably have, which is I don't know why I'm in podcasting, but Weekend. How many women have a waterfall because of your voice?
Oh well, I don't want to brag, guys, because you know what? I don't kiss and tell.
Well, I hope you're not kissing the waterfall, because that's a slippery kiss. Hey guys,
he's never heard it. It's me. I get told it all the time.
You're the problem. It's you. Is that what you said?
What?
Like,
problem?
You reference a Taylor Swift song in a podcast by Simian.
Oh, you guys don't like Taylor Swift now? Oh, you guys are too cool for T-Swizzle?
I'm just amazed that it happened. The riz of Taylor Swift.
Florian is the problem. It is him, but he just won't admit it like T-Swift will.
I mean, lost at what you're even talking about.
It's a new Taylor Swift song.
Oh,
okay. Well,
you don't know that song?
Well,
no way.
I don't really like her that much.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Hey guys, we're here to talk about the Click movie by Adam Sandler. He wrote, directed, starred, and produced the film all by himself. And he actually used CGI to play Kate Beckinsale. She wasn't actually in the film.
I knew it.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Is she... Who's the one in I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry where he's pretending to be gay and he grabs her tits? Was that... That wasn't also the same woman, was it?
We could always, like, Google is our friend.
Yeah. Who did Adam Sandler molest? Or was that Kevin James? I don't even remember the scene, to be honest.
Jessica Biel?
Okay, yeah. Did she fall off the planet? I think... Is she even in anything anymore?
I think she's, like... Justin Timberlake's wife, so I don't know.
Oh shit!
Cares about
well,
anything.
Yeah, she won. She won the game of life.
She won. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, they're still married. Wow.
Well, hey, us three, we do a thing on the channel where every month the audience gets to vote for something for us to watch, and there was a tie between Mel Gibson voicemails and Click, so we're giving you a bonus episode doing Click, and then we'll be back in a little bit to do superhero movie. It looks like I think that won the poll from the last episode.
Wow,
Isn't democracy great?
Are you guys excited for superhero movie?
Hey, It might be good.
No.
Why are you so pessimistic, Florian? Why you don't have faith in the producers of such hits as Disaster Movie?
Yeah, I thought we were gonna bring it back to watching good movies, but I guess not. We're watching Click, and then
what do you mean? That's exactly what we did. We're watching a good movie today. And the Mel Gibson voicemails, in my opinion, were pretty good. I think it's been a pretty good year so far for us, really.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't want to hear the wisdom?
More bad movies, so I can actually win on that voting every once in a while, you know?
Well, Florian, think about it this way. It'll be an experiment to see, like, in your opinion, which is better, superhero movie or Thor: Love and Thunder? I think that's the ultimate test to see, like, what is the superior comedy superhero movie.
Well, nothing is worse than Love and Thunder, so I guess...
Well, this is the experiment. We're going to find out.
Oh, we'll find out.
I can already tell you that nothing's going to be worse than Love and Thunder.
I'd say Disaster Movie is far worse. I gave Love and Thunder a pretty good review.
Look, it may have been unfunny as fuck, right? But at least the jokes didn't ruin a movie that would have been better, okay? So it's definitely more disappointing.
Well, hey, speaking of jokes ruining a movie that would have been better, boys, what did you think of Adam Sandler's Click, rated R?
It's kind of spoilery, but I know there were some, like, oh my god, it's kind of like there are some good parts in it. Like I remember like seeing it for the first time, and I was like, oh, if Adam Sandler gave a shit, he could act. Like I'm just gonna spoil. Like in the
that's your takeaway. Jeez.
No, Florian. What did I fucking say? I just said there were some parts that I liked, and then you say, "Oh my god, you like the movie." I'm not even done yet, bro. Like at least let me elucidate my point.
What you're saying is that you like the emotional parts because he's acting them well, right?
What's wrong with that?
Which I think are the worst parts because they're really stupid and unearned.
Damn, Florian.
Damn.
I think we have the exact opposite opinion on this one.
Yeah,
apparently. Okay, explain that. Okay, I think you know the scene I'm talking about, right? When he's confronting... Well, he's not really confronting his, like, TV past self, like his remote past self when he was, like, shitting on his dad, right? What was why was it unearned for you then?
Well, because he never made the choice of making his dad cry. It's just this shitty broken remote. The whole thing doesn't make any sense. Like the takeaway of
Florian,
the movie
pause. If I'm using this magical remote to pause you real quick, I'm going to pause you right there because you just made a point. I want to go against real quick. The most important line.
Respond because I'm paused.
Yeah, good. I just wanted to elaborate for the audience at home who doesn't see that you have literally frozen in place, like your arms like are at weird angles up above your head. You're really playing into the bit, which I appreciate. So thank you for that one. I wish we were actually recording the screen, but the point is, the important line of dialogue you're missing, Florian, is when Morty, and no, not Rick and Morty, Florian, Morty, the Angel of Death, as played by Christopher Walken, the angel who gives him this magical remote, he says to Adam Sandler, "You were living life in fast forward or on autopilot long before I gave you the remote." So we have to assume he's been ignoring his dad in this way because of his dedication to work, and that's how he's been treating him his whole life. It's not just because of the remote skipping through his life for him.
Yeah, it's like that's like what I interpreted that as the remote playing what would have happened had Adam Sandler just gone through the motions, right?
Yeah, he's just on autopilot.
Yeah, like so.
Actually,
it's like Florian doing this podcast. He's just on autopilot. He's phoning it in, not even trying.
But he's already a changed man. Okay, he's already made the choice that no, he's gonna care about family more, and then the fucking remote fast forwards anyways, and oh no, wow, he was an asshole, even though he's already changed. There's nothing to be learned from that. It's awful.
It's called sci-fi horror. He has magical technology, and he programmed it subconsciously to show it that he values work over family and all these things, and that he can't stop and smell the roses like when he's sick, like he just has to skip the whole thing. And he programmed it that way, and he has to, reap what he sows. And thankfully, Morty, the Angel of Death, ultimately is just, trying to teach him this lesson, and he resets everything. So ultimately, it's not like there's a real consequence.
Yeah, I just feel like the entire second half of the movie was just dumb and wasted. I mean, I would have liked it before then. It really would have had a chance if like the main character was actually making choices that were impacting things. It was just like he had no control and shitty things happened to him for like an hour, I guess. It's actually a pretty long movie. It's reaping
what he sowed, Florian. The first half of the movie is him being a piece of shit, and the second half he's punished.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
He's punished by stuff that he's not done. Like, why wouldn't they have made it so that the choices he's made are actually what hoists him on his baton? Why isn't that what punishes him?
It is. It's his choice to value his work life over his family life. It's a pretty basic thing.
But he specifically says, like, no, I don't want to be the CEO. And then, the remote's like, oh, you want to be CEO? At that point,
it's too late. The program, it's already been programmed. Yeah. It's way too late.
Yeah, so basically...
He programmed the remote to say, when I'm pursuing a promotion, or like when there's a promotion available to me, skip to when I get it. And then as soon as his boss offers him a new one, he skips ahead 10 fucking years.
Yeah, well, that's fucking stupid, because at that point, he could make literally any choice in the first part of the movie, and then the remote just thinks like, oh, you want to spend time with your family. Oh, why don't you spend all of your time with your family? Oh, you're homeless? Your family's gonna be starving. What can you do? You gotta spend time with your family. Everyone's dying, and it's your fault somehow, because you can't change your mind. Because once you've done something, you have to do it forever. This is the power of the remote.
That's why it's sci-fi horror, and that's why I think the movie is crippled. You think the first half is better than the second. I disagree. If we're going to talk about the movie like wasting its potential and like wasting our time, just look at all the horrible attempts at comedy in the first half of the movie. Did you know that in the scene with all of the like Saudi princes, like the business meeting, did you know that was Rob Schneider in brown face?
I did not, but that's
fucking Rob Schneider.
Who am I talking to? How are you not amazed by all this misogyny and racism? What?
I mean,
who are you, Mumkey?
So here's the thing. This movie came out 3 weeks before I turned 11 years old, so I was, on the edge of 11, and I saw it in theaters. And I've only seen this movie twice. Once in theaters at age 10, almost 11, and again this time. And let me say, when I was, 10, this was exactly my sense of humor. I still enjoy racism and misogyny and all that, but I like it when it's more clever. These were just like the base attempts, like a fourth grader's understanding of these types of jokes. Literal like fart jokes and dick jokes nonstop. Lots of gay panic, like Adam Sandler's like, no, I don't go that way, man. I'm not gay like you, dude. Lots of stuff like that. Just really unfunny. But I will say, to give the movie credit, when I was 10, the movie made me cry in the theater, and watching this last night, I cried even more. This movie was way more devastating this time. Did either of you cry watching the film?
No.
I teared up a little, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when I say cry, I mean like I had a tear, but still, it's fucking sad.
I don't know how it is, like...
Oh my damn.
No, it's like, I think Mumkey spelled out the thing for you, man. Like, the first half is a typical stupid Adam Sandler movie with the stupid offensive jokes, and then it hits you with the drama. Because you can't just, a person can't just say, I'll change, and then they'll change. It doesn't work like that in real life. Like, you take steps before you become the person you want to be. And at that point, like what Mumkey said, it's locked in the remote, and then it's a dramatic turn.
Yeah, and go ahead, sorry.
No, I think the skipping is just him being faced with the consequences of continuing to do that. If it happened to him in the future, and then he realized, oh, I am a piece of shit, and then he dies, and then it's a reset, stuff like that. I think it's more of a fable than like a serious fucking...
Well, yeah, it's definitely like inspired by a lot of stuff where people learn.
Oh yeah,
like
it's basically a complete ripoff of It's a Wonderful Life. And when I read the criticism of the movie, they say that they just stole completely from it. And unfortunately, I think why the movie might work for me is because my confession here is I've never seen It's a Wonderful Life. So if they are just stealing like every emotional beat and like script, word for word, I have no clue. So, congrats, Adam Sandler. You did it. It worked on me.
Isn't A Wonderful Life...
There's a bunch of movies that are pretty much the same.
No, I don't think
they're all
amalgamated
into this.
I think the plot is he like gets to see what the world would be like if he was never born.
Without
so
him.
So it's not really the same.
It's not exactly like it, yeah.
Yeah. But whatever.
Well,
I mean, that's what retards on Letterboxd are saying. Like, this movie sucks because it's too much like It's a Wonderful Life. Okay.
then they didn't watch the fucking film.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe they were watching it with Florian and they were like having a ball frog marathon while the movie was on in the background.
Well, that would have probably improved it.
But hey, I wanted to add that I see the remote as really a metaphor for the passing of time. And like really, at some point in your life, you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm 45. Like, wait, where did the last 20 years go? What's going on? And like you have to lament about how maybe you have been on autopilot for years of your life, not really living, just going through the motions of work and all that. I think there's a lot to this movie and why so many people say that Click gave them an existential crisis. Like, I posted my review on Letterboxd and I got a comment within 5 minutes and it said, yeah, this movie gave me an existential crisis. That's the phrase people use for this Adam Sandler comedy movie over and over again.
Yeah, well, I'm disappointed, okay, that you guys see it that way. I can't believe you're seeing this and you're buying into it, you know? It's just like a guy being punished a lot, and that gives you an existential crisis. Like, he's not making the choices
because
that make him be punished.
You have to reflect on it yourself, Florian, and think about your own life. And, are you wasting your own life the way that his character does when he's on autopilot? Are you? Yeah. Can you relate to this character in any way? Are you living each day of your life to its fullest extent?
I mean, I don't buy into that bullshit either.
Yeah, I bet you don't.
Yeah, like, please, just take it easy. That's a good life. You don't need to worry about living up to your potential.
Yeah, that's what he should have done. He should have learned to take it easy and go pillow fight with his kids or whatever. That's the lesson he had to learn.
Wow.
I was driving the other day and I was like thinking, oh, this is it. This is all we're gonna get. This is all that we have. Like, this is all. Yeah, no.
That's funny to you, Florian? Fuck.
Yeah, well, why is that funny, man? Like, I was just driving. I was thinking, like, because I was like, oh, this is it, and everything that's gonna happen is just this thing that we're experiencing right now. And I don't know if it's because of Click that I thought of that or some other like family stuff, but
that's hilarious.
The very concept of introspection makes Florian laugh mockingly.
The concept that this movie brings on introspection makes me laugh because it's just Adam Sandler getting hit in the nuts, and you're like, oh man, if only I could avoid falling down the stairs, so I wouldn't get hit in the nuts.
Dare I say, and that's the subversion. That's the silly Adam Sandler shit, and then they hit you with the moral at the end.
Yeah, but like I said, the moral is unearned. But okay,
there's a reason why the movie is not a 5-star movie. Like, I really struggled between, like, do I give it 2 stars because it's that unfunny, or do I give it props for the brilliant execution, in my opinion, of the second half? And I ultimately gave it 3.5 out of 5. So it's better than average, despite half of it, in my opinion, being a genuinely bad movie.
Yeah, like the subtitles.
So you really hate the first half that much? Damn.
If I had the magical click remote, I would never use the fast forward feature. Like, that is the last thing you would use. And so the movie wastes its potential with, like, this gimmick of this magical remote that you can do anything with. And he's just, like, fast forwarding, like, through sex. Like what the fuck? That's something you should be doing in slow motion. And you should be, like, pausing time to rob banks and get rich and stuff. Why are you even pursuing a fucking career anymore, dude? You have control of the, like, time and space in the entire universe. There's so much better shit you could do with this movie. And instead he's farting in the face of David Hasselhoff. This shit sucks.
Yeah, that's what you would do. If you had unlimited power, you would rob the banks. That's your big brain on steroids. That's all you
That's just one example of the endless possibilities. I mean, having money is pretty important to people, Florian.
Yeah.
But you'd be a bank robber. Is that what you want to be?
I have time-freezing powers! Stop me! I don't care! What the fuck? The cameras can't catch me?
You'd be surprised, you'd have that money, and they'd know that you didn't earn it. Like,
oh my god, have you seen the show called Breaking Bad? I'm gonna get the car wash, and my bitch wife is gonna launder the money.
Yeah, okay. I guess that'll be how you do. Oh man.
Or what I'll do, I know how to make you happy, Florian. I'll fucking pause time. I'll get on Elon Musk's laptop and I'll anonymously send myself 8 billion Dogecoin from his account to myself. Yeah. Are you happy now? Now I'm rich. And now I don't have to pursue my stupid career, don't have to skip a decade of my life, and I can focus on my family now that I have the money to provide for them. Why not?
Oh my god, that's the perfect crime, because it's crypto. You can't even... Yeah. There's no way of suing you. Like, if you have the money, then you have it. There's no, you didn't. Wow, that's brilliant. Yeah,
that's right. Are you happy now? Now that the precious banks have been protected.
Okay, well, the point is that Adam Sandler still wants to live his life. Like, just because he has unlimited power. He still wants to be who he is. Okay, and the fact that he uses the fast forward, I mean, that's his character flaw because he's impatient. Okay, so that's the one he uses.
But the problem is, we see that when he fast forwards, he still ages. So he's like just sacrificing years of his life.
Yeah, he's impatient.
That's so terrible.
Wait, Monkey. Wait, Florian. You see the problem, right? And that's why when he fast forwards uncontrollably, that's the consequences of his actions. Like,
well, yeah, sure, but
so why is that the problem now?
Well, the problem is because he's not allowed to learn from his mistakes. It keeps happening. Like, oh, that was bad what you did there, but like a few times. Oh, guess your life's over now. You think that's a satisfying arc?
Well, I do think it adds to the horror sci-fi element where he realizes what's going on and now he has to behave in very specific ways to prevent time from skipping ahead. Like, he doesn't like to get, like when he gets dressed in the morning, he would get tired of that, so he'd always skip that. So he can't get dressed, he has to stay in his bathrobe. He hates getting stuck in traffic, so he has to ride a bike all the way into the city, you know? I think that was a fun element to the second half where he has to... It's kind of like Death Note, where you have this magical object that has very specific rules, and you have to like play through them.
It's too bad that it was done so poorly. Like we know, for example, that pausing it stops the fast forward, so he could just pause it and then get dressed and do everything right, and there wouldn't be an issue. And
well, we don't know that, do we? If he paused it and then started getting dressed, it might just auto fast forward.
No, it was fast forwarding at some point, and he paused it, so it didn't do it. It's actually pretty weird. But anyways, like if he doesn't use the pause function to its full extent. All he does is use the fast forward button, and then it turns out that it was cursed, so now the fast forward is ruining his life. So if he was trying to use other functions to combat that might have been interesting, you know. But like, I don't know, he's trying to make the right choices and he just keeps getting punished for it, and it's very unsatisfying to me.
But isn't it satisfying by the end when he learns the lesson and it's all wrapped up and then it's revealed, like the biggest twist, he wakes up in the bed and it's like, oh, it must have all been a dream, and he goes home and turns out no, it was actually all real, and like the Morty, the angel of death, leaves him a note and a new remote saying, hey, you know, try again, and Adam Sandler just throws it straight in the trash. Is that not a satisfying moment for you?
It was... No, actually, you know what? Fuck that, because
that's not him learning the lesson and fixing his mistakes.
He's already learned the lesson. He was already trying to throw away the remote. He was
but
already
at some point, when you get to a certain point in your life, it's too late. Like, you can't just throw the remote away. You're already 20 years deep into the life you've been living. You know, that's the metaphor here.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're in too deep and you've already wasted your whole life, Florian. You know, I know you hate introspection, but this movie might bring you to tears.
He specifically says, you know, you really fucked up, but you know, you're still a young man. You still can do better. And oops, I guess not. The remote just ruined the rest of it too. Oh, what a shame. I guess we just lied to you. There's nothing you could have done, you know? Like... I feel like there's nothing that he could have done to make this suffering end, and that's why it's stupid, because they're like, it's just undeserved at that point. You guys still there? Oh.
Yeah, we're here. I'm just, you know, I guess we just have to agree to disagree on that one, Florian. I mean, if we have it your way, then there's no film.
Well, what could
you're like complaining that the film exists. Like, why did all the dramatic and entertaining scenes have to happen? Why couldn't it have just been not happening?
Did you not like feel anything, Florian? And he was dying. He thought he was dying, and he was like,
"Dude, like, the best fucking moment! The best moment in the my god!" He's on his deathbed, and they're like, "If you get off this hospital bed, like this is keeping you alive, you will die." But he has to let his son know. Don't skip your honeymoon to work. Family comes first. You have to go on the honeymoon. Like, he's literally willing to die to make sure his son does not go down the same path he went. That is powerful.
Okay, that was a bit good. Okay, I still think that he just wanted to die. Okay, so I don't really buy that shit.
No, he's so desperate to make sure his son learns the lesson that he did not.
Florian, if he just wanted to die, he could have just jumped off the hospital, man. Like,
No, he's like literally like punching nurses in the face, like he's just clawing his way to get to his son to tell him this.
Yeah,
it's so good.
A redeemed man. Wow.
Yeah.
But that's the thing you wanted from the movie, Florian. You wanted him to learn a lesson, and that was him implementing the lesson. What
I want is for the movie to not be written insanely stupid. Okay, I want him to actually make choices.
Okay, so what you want to do is that after Adam Sandler says, "Okay, I'm living life in autopilot, and I want to be not doing that anymore," Morty goes, "Oh, you've learned the lesson of the movie film, Mr. Sandler. Yippee-dee-doo!" And then the movie ends. Is that what you want?
Yeah, you think that's what I want? No, obviously.
Oh, okay,
why don't you just listen to what you just said? I said I want it to be written well, and then you're like, what if it was written stupid, huh? Wouldn't you look stupid then if it was written stupid?
Okay, Einstein, tell me your fucking plan then.
Look, he just has to. Like if he says he specifically asked like please like can we not have this fast forward shit happen, and he's like yeah okay we can do that, but now you can't fast forward anymore. Okay, so he can't do the thing that he always wanted to do. So what does he do now? He pauses stuff all the time, and then he does stuff in between. But now something happens. Now oh no, it's broken forever and it's paused forever, and now he's fucked in some other way. You know then he learns the lesson. You know, that would have been good.
Then he can't die, and then he is reset. Will Morty just come out and say, "Okay, you've learned now," and then reset? Well, what would be your
I mean, he would fuck it up in some way that would require a reset. Yeah, and then that would, and then we'd have a satisfying ending.
That's better than him dying to tell his son that he shouldn't be a fuck up like him.
I mean. Yeah,
that's a more dramatic fail.
Because he hasn't earned being a fuck up. Like he hasn't done anything to fuck it up.
I don't know about. I don't know, man. It's like it feels like you didn't pay attention to the movie, or you didn't.
No, I have actually paid a lot of attention.
You didn't like. You didn't buy it then.
Yeah, I didn't buy it. Look, there's one choice that he makes. Like up until then, the remote just works in his favor and everything works. And then there's the one point where he thinks like, "Oh, I'm gonna skip forward to this promotion," and Morty says, "No, that's a bad idea. Don't do it." And he's like, "Oh no, I gotta do it. I can't take it anymore," because he doesn't like his life, you know, and he wants to do better for his family. So he wants to go forwards to the place where he can do better, and that's the point of no return, because now the remote is utterly broken and he can't do anything anymore. Do you really feel like that is the point where he deserved the rest of the movie to happen?
I don't know why they're trying to like use the word deserve. Like the movie needs a moral justification for the character's suffering at that point.
Yeah, I think so, because the whole point of the movie is that he's suffering, and he has to learn a lesson.
I feel like I'm suffering listening to this, so can we just wrap up this part of the conversation and move on?
I mean, do you not agree that he's suffering, so he has to learn a lesson?
Yeah, that's kind of the fun of the movie.
Yeah, but the choice that he's made is that one that I described, and that's it. There's nothing. Again, nothing after that.
Just in case I'm only half paying attention to your great argument here, I'll just bring it back to when Christopher Walken says you were, on autopilot long before you got the remote. I think the whole point is he's been living this way his whole life. And this is like, hey, if you don't change your ways, one day you're going to wake up and realize that this is all
your life has passed you by.
Yeah, you've dedicated your whole life to this. Like, don't wait to start life. Do it now.
I mean, he's living his life at that point. Like, it's still working. But okay, I guess. I guess if we...
Okay, do you guys remember... let's shift gears. Do you guys remember any jokes from the film that made you laugh? I did take some notes here.
I like the subtitle joke. That was fun.
Remind me of that one.
Like he doesn't understand it. I think it was the Japanese, and they were like saying the building is shit. Then he turns on the subtitles.
Oh, okay.
And then he just goes, "Okay, let's skip this talking about the building and let's go out for drinks." And then they go, "Oh, this guy's great." Like,
You were glad that Asian people were represented as being party hardy within the film. You felt represented.
Well, in my work as a Thailand doctor, I have encountered some Japanese men, and they like to party hard. Yeah.
So the movie's written in 2005, 2006, and there's a scene that takes place in 2017, and on the radio, the news broadcaster says, Michael Jackson, the first man to clone himself, is suing himself for molesting himself.
Oof.
So, I mean, even back in 2006, they knew Michael Jackson was molesting people, but they did not predict he would be dead by 2017.
Yeah.
Let alone
cloning.
I disagree about
worked.
that.
Yeah, they had some sci-fi shit going on already that we sadly don't have yet. I guess my favorite joke is pretty simple, it's just that stupid duck that always gets fucked by the dogs,
Ooh, that's an example of a joke I found to be needlessly crude and unfunny.
I like how they have a different version of it, and then in the end he's like, oh, I brought you a real dog so you can have real sex. And then they just fuck the duck together. It's amazing.
Yeah, speaking of sexual content, would either of you say this movie is appropriate for children?
No.
Yeah, sure.
Sure? I mean, there's like a lot of jokes about like Adam Sandler having a small penis, a lot of scenes where like we see the silhouette of him and his wife having sex. We are literally...
We're in my mom's vagina!
Yeah, we're in his mom's vagina, and like we see the lips open up and he's like being born. I would say this movie probably, I would not feel comfortable watching it with like a 7-year-old, like lots of sexual content about boobs and penises and stuff. And I bring this up because if you look at the accolades for the film, one of the very few awards it won was 2007 Kids' Choice Award for Favorite Movie Actor. Adam Sandler won.
No way.
So lots of kids at home watched Click and said Adam Sandler deserves to win.
I think that just proves that kids don't...
It was also nominated for Favorite Movie at the Kids' Choice Awards, which is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't watch the fucking
you
movie.
liked it as a kid, so I guess that works.
I literally, I loved it as a kid. So have the times changed, or are 10-year-olds supposed to be watching like these super sexual movies?
Yeah. I wouldn't say super sexual. I mean,
there are several scenes of sex in the movie. Like there are as many sex scenes as this as in Bros.
But it's silhouettes. No one else. Well, fine. I mean, if you count the dogs, I guess.
Well, I mean, kids probably see that at home with their real dogs every day, so it's not a big deal.
I mean, if you don't visually see the naked bodies, I think it's fine. Like,
does a 10-year-old even know what sex is? Like, what the fuck? Why are they jumping on each other?
Mom, what's a vagina?
Yeah, what's a vagina? Why are they making fun of his small penis? I'm 8. My penis is small. Am I sick? What's going on?
Yeah, you're weird.
Mom, why is she disappointed when he fast forwarded? What does that mean? Like,
how come Adam Sandler is commenting on his 14-year-old daughter's breasts, and then every time he sees his own daughter, he's like getting horny for her, and he's like, "Oh, son, who's that hot woman in this photo?" And he says, "That's your daughter, Dad." Yeah, is that a question a kid might have to ask?
Yeah.
When will I be sexy, Dad?
Yeah, Why is Adam Sandler so horny for his own daughter in the film? Like that, somebody put that in the script. And there's also a scene where Hasselhoff has like a foot fetish, and there's like women like putting their bare feet on his desk, and he's, like jerking it to it. Lots of weird sex shit in this movie that Florian thinks children should be watching.
Well, I think children deserve better, okay? They don't need to be babied like this, all right? They're not going to get confused, okay?
So you think children... Wait, so are you arguing children should watch Click? They deserve better, so that's why they should be allowed to watch Click?
Yeah, I'm fine with them watching Click.
This is better? I thought you said this movie sucks shit.
Well, I mean, I think it's really poorly written, but yeah.
Would you guys believe that this is the only Adam Sandler produced movie to ever be nominated for an Oscar?
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
What category would you guess?
Visual. Comedy?
visual
There's no
arts.
comedy at the
There's no comedy.
at the
Something
Oscars.
about
There's no
effects.
comedy.
Something
That's
about
sad.
effects.
It was nominated for Best Makeup, and it lost to Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh my god. Well,
Yeah,
I guess
it's
I would.
Pan's Labyrinth.
Didn't
like,
really
come
stand a
on.
chance. Like the fat guy makeup didn't even look that good, to be honest. I don't think they deserve the nomination.
Yeah, that's a stupid nomination.
But it's the only Happy Madison movie to ever be nominated for an Academy Award. So you know what? Click is up there with Suicide Squad, you know?
Well, they didn't get Uncut Gems. Oh man.
Oh, no, didn't Suicide Squad win? Never mind.
Oh jeez.
Uncut Gems was not a Happy Madison production. I think that was A24.
What did he get
It would
nominated?
be funny.
I
if it
think-
was a happy.
He did not get nominated for acting. I don't know. Did Uncut Gems get nominated for anything?
I'll check.
Maybe.
It
I
should.
mean, he's
I think
pretty
it got
central.
snubbed pretty big, but I thought he deserved to be nominated for it.
Don't
big time.
pray for love. I just like that song. Don't ask money. Award nominations. Where? Yeah, it has like Independent Spirit Awards. It doesn't have any Oscar shit.
Damn.
And who gives a shit? It's still a great movie.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
mean that's one of my most
Everyone-
rewatched movies of the last decade.
Everyone should watch Uncut Gems if you haven't watched it yet. That's
Yeah.
history right there, guys.
And really, in some ways, this movie did pave the way for Uncut Gems because it proved,
way, yeah.
to me at least, that Adam Sandler is capable of like great dramatic acting, and he gives
Yeah.
a genuinely great, like moving performance in Click. And then in
Yeah, man.
Uncut Gems, like he's just magnificent, like unbelievable, like he becomes a completely different human being.
Yeah, another movie where he just gets punished mercilessly.
Oh, that one, he fucking is a glutton for punishment. He deserves everything that happens in that movie.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why it's better, because he's deserving it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna argue. Uncut Gems is a masterpiece, 5-star movie, dude. Of course, it's better than Click. Click, I almost gave 2 stars. I had to really think about it.
Yeah. Well, damn, I guess. It's too bad we have we like different parts of it. you
No,
know?
because now everybody in the audience of this podcast can feel seen, Everybody who loves it and everybody who hates it, They're represented by somebody. Some representation's better than others. Not gonna say who's who, but Weekend Warrior, I think, could have done better. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
You call me Ryan Johnson because your expectations have been subverted.
Yeah, I was subverted. Yeah, I was like thinking, oh, he's gonna shit on the Austrian again. Damn.
Nah, I'm scared of shitting on Austrians now after what they did last time.
All right. I'm just
Every
gonna
time.
I'm gonna straighten up and do my thigh doctor better. So
Okay. Well, do we have any final thoughts on Click?
Well, when I saw this movie first, I fucking hated it because of its poor writing. And now that I watched it again, I like the stupid jokes in it, and I put up with the stupid writing. Okay, I think it's mediocre, and you can watch it.
I appreciate how fat phobic the film is. Like, there's a lot of jokes about how
I thought you would.
like fat people are disgusting, and like Adam Sandler says, "Oh, look at all my exes. All my exes were sexy," and then they show all of his ex-girlfriends were like just fat ham planet women. And Christopher Walken, the angel of death, says, "What is this, Animal Planet?" Which is very funny. So props to them for making fat people feel bad.
And very misogynist too. Perfect.
What was
yeah, I think
misogynist
that-
about it?
Yeah, weird, huh? This fat woman is Animal Planet. Weird, huh?
How's that
I was
misogyny?
surprised.
I think any man who's fat is also an Animal Planet. So where's the misogyny?
yeah, Florian. Unlike you, he doesn't see gender. He sees.
I just see
Elephant.
fat. I just see fucking a BMI over 38, and I want to vomit
Yeah.
and send them to Pluto on a spaceship.
Yeah, it's like the fatter you are, the more indistinct you are. If you're a guy or a girl, you're just gonna be fat.
Literally, yeah. Like,
Wow.
Yeah.
at a certain point, you're so fat I cannot tell your gender. Especially if, like, when you're on 600-pound life, sometimes you can't get out of the house to get a haircut. Like, they'll just have big old titties, thousands of rolls coming out of every which way, and hair down to their, as far as it'll grow. It's hard to tell sometimes, genuinely. Like, and when your face like gets super fat and your forehead is like so bloated out that it's like dropping down over your fucking eyeballs, like those 800-pound sisters or whatever the fuck they're. Like, some people can get freaky looking, dude. So Adam Sandler did this is a public service announcement. Enough with the junk food, folks. You don't want to end up like these characters.
Don't be fat. You piece of shit.
Hey, you can be fat. You can even be obese if you're American, because that's just normal here. But morbidly obese, and sorry, my throat's getting all fucked up because I'm so passionate about fat people. But at a certain point, you need to watch, click, and realize the error of your ways. That's what I'm trying to convey to you, Florian.
Well, he doesn't even have to be fat, he just loses it when he gets cancer. What a shame.
Yeah, that's a life hack. Get cancer to defeat obesity.
Yeah. Or, get HIV also. That works too, right?
Wow.
Weekend, did you have any final thoughts?
Yeah, I think Click is a better movie than people give it credit for. I do understand why people hate it, because I think it's stylistically designed to subvert your expectations in that regard. Like it starts off as a shitty Adam Sandler misogynist insulting movie, and then it tugs at your heartstrings, and I think the movie earned it. So that's me.
So what's your rating?
I agree.
I'm not gonna give a number because somebody on the comments.
No,
coward.
Okay,
no,
wait.
You can't be like that.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. Like, it's a 3 out of 5. Yeah,
I gave it a 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 3 because some of the jokes didn't land. Also, it's not perfect.
I know the jokes are just terrible, like horrible. So of course, Florian.
Vagina.
The best part.
Sorry, that's a stupid fucking.
Yeah, you just hate sexual jokes now. You cringe at sex. That's what happens, Momke.
Yeah.
What sexual joke in the film was funny?
The dogs.
That dogs humping something is, I guess, less of a sexual joke and just more of like a funny dog thing.
Dogs are silly. Look at the silly dog humping. Yeah.
But constantly,
so.
like Adam Sandler. When Adam Sandler is born, the doctor thinks it's a girl because his baby penis is so small. And I'm like,
oh yeah, that was unfunny.
Did his ball sack not exist? Like, how can this mistake be made? Is this supposed to be a joke? I don't even understand, like, medically what's happening right now. But no, it's just, his schmeckle is too small to see.
Yeah, okay, that one was bad. You got me.
I mean, now that I'm talking about it, I'm kind of giggling thinking about it. So maybe it's just one of those things that's funnier in concept than it is executed in the film.
Execution, yeah.
I think a lot of the jokes are really like hit and miss depending on how you feel that day. I think
one day how depressed you are that day.
Yeah, it's him and it's like just Adam Sandler and a bunch of his friends like laughing in the writer's room. Hey, this would be funny, right, guys?
Well, he actually did not write this one. It was written by Steve Coren and Mark O'Keefe.
Well, I hope they get fired.
Fired from what? Writing Click? It's a little too late. The movie's done.
Fired from Happy Madison.
Oh my god. So. Sorry, that delivery was so fucking funny. Holy shit.
What, mine?
Yeah, I hope that. Like, the way he delivered it was so fucking deadpan, and at the same time, it was so spiteful.
He was genuine about it, is the thing.
Yeah, the funniest things are genuine, Yeah.
Should we see, has this director made any other movie?
Oh, we could look at it.
He directed Murdered Innocents, The Wedding Singer, The Water Boy, okay. Around the World in 80 Days. Uh-oh. After Click, he did Zookeeper. We're going back to Kevin James.
Oh my god, no.
Uh-oh, it gets worse. Okay, Here Comes the Boom, better than Zookeeper.
Yeah. Okay.
Blended, that's an Adam Sandler movie, I think. But
I don't know if I've seen that.
Here's the worst one yet, The Ridiculous Six.
No. Oh, that one's all poop jokes. You'd love that one.
So I guess this guy is generally pretty bad, but he's made a few okay movies.
Oh, he disappeared after Ridiculous Six.
Oh, like how strange.
It says he made Hot Air and then he disappeared.
Okay, maybe he's like living off the royalties from Netflix. I don't know.
Big money.
Quote unquote royalties.
I mean, shit. It says he's 56, so if he does have a lot of money, that's not a bad age to retire if you can afford it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you probably would have a lot of money if you made that many movies.
Yeah, I think Happy Madison, like all their movies are like this movie. Click was like a budget of $80 million, and there's no way that it needed to cost that much. So I think all of his movies, the people working on them really do get paid a lot. Like his friends, probably.
My God.
Rob Schneider probably got paid like over $1 million for his one scene in this movie.
What are you talking about? There's David Hasselhoff and like all kinds. David Earl Jones. All this shit could cost a lot of money. We don't know.
240 million in the box office. Wow, not bad.
I mean,
Wow.
in Avengers, like Chris Evans, I think he got paid like $1 million to be in the Avengers. So imagine like just being some like David Hasselhoff. He's like over the hill as far as actors are concerned. This is like him being in this movie is more like a favor to him. Like we're giving you work in this Adam Sandler movie more than like, oh, we gotta get the big money for Hasselhoff. We need him. I don't think he's a big draw. I don't think he got paid $1 million to be in this.
At that time either? Damn.
I think Adam Sandler takes care of his own pretty well, but like fucking like who gives a shit about David Hasselhoff? I'm not giving him that much money to fart in his face.
He was in the SpongeBob movie. Oh, man.
You think he got paid a lot for that too?
I hope so.
Oh.
He played himself. He really deserves it.
I like that Henry Winkler is in this movie playing Adam Sandler's dad. He's great in this HBO show called Barry.
Is he the old version of him?
He's the dad who's always trying to do the coin trick.
Right, but so I guess it's the young version of him where he's not on his deathbed. Or is it all the same person?
Henry Winkler plays his dad in every version.
Oh wow, he looks convincingly old.
Yeah, he really did. Yeah, it was good.
Impressive.
But I think that's it for this movie. We all three agree it's pure kino, 5 out of 5. Go check it out. We're not going to put anything on a poll today because we still have an unfinished poll to resolve. So we'll be back in a little bit with our superhero movie review. Are you guys looking forward to that still?
Hey, it might be good, right?
Yeah, that's
You'll
right.
never know,
Let's
right?
just repeat the whole podcast from the beginning. It's the same exact conversation again. That'd be pretty good, an endless loop of what we just did.
Yeah.
I'd listen to
Yeah,
that.
they'll never know. If only you hadn't pointed it out.
Yeah, the 500-year-long argument about click.
Yeah, it's just instead of fast forward, we keep repeating. Like somebody rewinds it.
That's kind of what my life feels like right now.
Yeah, that could have
Whose
been
life isn't
something
just
that
the same thing over and over again?
True.
Wait, no, that's just me. How dare you? You guys all move forwards.
We keep mocking Florian too much. He's catching on.
Oh no!
It's time to end the podcast.
Bye, everybody. Well, no, you guys got to plug stuff.
Yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay? I'll definitely release that fucking Sonic video eventually.
I don't believe you.
Yay!
I'll still release that other video too, but eventually. Oh boy. Yep.
What about you, Weekend?
I have a YouTube channel and I will release something in the future. I want to release something every month, so yeah, I have something for January.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. So
Bye again, everybody.
bye-bye. Take care.